Welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, as we mentioned before the break, we've got your scoop on all that's happening across the valley. Luckily, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is always a good place to start. They're always actively involved in our local Rio Grande Valley community, and they've got resources and events for Valley residents year-round.
Good afternoon. My name is Cynthia Sakulinski. I'm President and CEO of the Rio Grande Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and we have been chartered since 1997, and our main focus is that of small business. So we're here to help anybody either open up or expand their current businesses. So we'll help you put together your business plan and get you prepared for your loan. So we're affiliated with, associated with the Small Business Administration, with the RGV, the UT RGV Small Business Development Center, with Lift Fund, with People Fund. So somehow we will get you your funding. And of course, we also focus on education, women's issues, government affairs, international affairs. Health is one of our main concerns as well. But we're here to assist anybody and everybody here in the Rio Grande Valley, and we do cover all 4 counties. We also have workshops that we provide all year round regarding all those topics, whether it be topics on business related business issue, taxes, on how to avoid employee problems, possibly customer service, and then also workshops on health. We have a lot of workshops like on diabetes, or even on COVID, especially on COVID, and anything that affects the Rio Grande Valley. And of course, we have education. We strive we work closely with UTRGV and with STC, and try to get the kids, try to instill in the kids the importance of continued education. We also have a lot of networking events, because of course, in order to expand your business, you want to network your company. So we have our monthly networking event called our Manic Monday Mixer. And then also during the month itself, sometimes we'll have other events, and we'll host ribbon cuttings and grand openings and anniversary events. But we work very closely with everybody. We have had many a joint mixer with a lot of the chambers throughout the whole Rio Grande Valley. The overall goal is to help as many people as we can to open up their businesses or expand their businesses. The Hispanic woman is the #1 small business owner in the United States. So we want to help that along as well. But the main focus is to get people to achieve their dream of opening up their business, and guiding them through the steps of what you need. You just can't open up the doors and that's it. Business is going to walk in. You've got to take the steps of knowing, getting your CPA, getting your attorney, knowing how to train your employees before you open the doors, educate them, etc., etc. But that truly is our main focus. To get more information about the RGV Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, follow us on our Facebook page, or go directly to our website at www.rgvhcc.org.
The Chamber not only has great events for members of our local community, but for our young adults as well. If you're in college, for example, you can attend or volunteer to join in on the fun. And speaking of college, there's actually a lot about the history of higher education that's so intriguing. So we're going to kind of, try to break it down right now. According to collegeraptor.com, apparently the word alumni, which is of course commonly associated with the word college, comes from the Latin word alumnus, and that means foster son. The site also says that the term alma mater comes from a Latin source meaning nurturing mother. And that's kind of how we see, our mascots in our homeschool, right? I mean, it's our comfort zone where we learned all that we know, so it's pretty interesting. But did you know that some colleges are dedicated for specific students only, or that some have gone down in history for specific alumni? Take one school called Oberlin College, for example. And they're actually known as being the first ever college to graduate women. A woman named Elizabeth Prawl was actually the first to earn her degree from there, and she proudly graduated with all A.B. degrees back in 1841. Nowadays, though, there are, of course, lots of colleges that cater to all a female community. I mean, did you know that there are actually 60 in the United States that have all female students, and that there are only 4 that have all male? It's interesting, but of course, there are different kinds of colleges and different categories. Take the Ivy Leagues. They're actually comprised of 8 various schools. We generally don't think about, breaking them down because we just say the Ivy Leagues, but there are indeed 8 colleges that come together to form that specific and respected community. There's Brown University, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, Yale, and of course, Harvard. And since each college is, of course, uniquely catering to their students, this means that there's a wide array of clubs and activities for all who attend, including sports. In fact, did you know that 14 out of 25 of the largest sports stadiums in the world actually belong to an American college? Some of, our best football teams, to be specific. And one of those Ivy Leagues, Harvard, is also known to have the largest academic library in the entire world. Did you know that they've actually got over 15.8 million volumes of books and various literature for students to study with and learn from? A lot of firsts, right? Which makes you wonder, in the world of modern colleges, when did all these newer clubs and groups first come into play? I mean, it really depends, but the sorority life, for example, was around longer than we might tend to think. Did you know that the first Greek student society was Pi Beta Kappa, and it was founded back in 1776? And the first Greek sorority, which is now better known as Alpha Delta Pi, was founded a short while afterward in 1851. But of which, they both of them, they've definitely modernized and grown to date. And both groups are not only, the only ones out there. What about the ones that we don't really hear about or read about as often, as the sororities and Greek societies go? I mean, did you know that, for example, that the University of Michigan Ann Arbor actually has a squirrel club, and it has over 400 members? And a lot of other universities are not only known for their clubs and, of course, academics, they're remembered for their honorary commencement speech speakers. Perhaps most notably, or at least interestingly, there's Kermit the Frog. We've actually mentioned this one on the show before. And the fun-loving character served as a commencement speaker at Southampton College in 1996 and will likely stay in the hearts of many students for that moment forever. Again, with so many schools and colleges across the country and across the globe, there's no doubt that there's a lot of history. In fact, did you know that according to the site, there are nearly 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and that together, more than 2 million degrees are earned every single year, which is amazing. And on that note, we hope you're inspired to follow your academic dreams and goals to completion. But for now, that's all we've got, and we wish you the best of luck. And thank you so much for joining us today. And as always, be sure to tune in again next time because we're going to have so much for you. But don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes peeks at what we've got coming up and for your chance at your comment or question to be featured on air. And as always, visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. As always, we've got that and more next time on Valley Vida. We'll see you then.